Check, 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 check.
Long live Wise.
Check, check.
Welcome, welcome, world. This is Muggs, one half of R.O.T.
Tay Dane, what's up?
Our special guest, Mr. Dorvan.
What's going on, guys?
This is Washed with Kids.
Yes.
New R.O.T. podcast venture.
Yes.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and you know we're gonna break down what everything means, and keep in mind this is introductory and this is the beginning.
That's a fact. So what is Washed with Kids? Basically it's going to be not only a podcast but a web show from our perspective. A lot of people will say washed means you're out of touch or out of date. And you know, parts of that we would agree with, but other parts we here to break down and chop up and
just to get a better understanding of, you know, the generational gap. I'm
why
30
do we
years
think
old
something's
myself.
washed?
You know, my brother Tay Dane over here is 27, and it's like these days, after what 22, you washed up. You considered done. They put
done.
your ass in the spin cycle. You know
finished.
what I'm saying? Like,
Can't even get a job at 30.
yeah, you know.
Facts.
So yeah, we just want to break that down and get a little more
pose the
information.
question.
And
Yeah,
exactly.
pose the question.
exactly. Pose
What
the
does it
question.
really mean to be washed? Now, Dorvan, you're here. What does it really mean to be washed? What does washed mean to you?
To me, not relevant anymore.
Not relevant anymore. I would agree. So not relevant. Out of the times, right? You're not in tune with the times. Okay. Now, if somebody doesn't like, so boom. If I say, you know, I'm not really feeling that record. You know what I'm saying? Does that make you washed? Are you washed because you don't like something that's current?
That's half and half.
It's half and half. Break that down for me. Why is it half and half?
Because if you're constantly listening to old school stuff and not paying attention to what's out, then it's kind of like you're not trying to be in tune. So when somebody comes with a new record or new whatever, you're just like, oh, that's whack. That's because it's
Doesn't
I
sound like
understand it.
what you've been
Yeah,
listening
exactly.
to consistently. That's a good point.
And you know what? I think what a lot of it comes down to is like there's so much new that if you're not always in touch with that new, somebody's oh nah, you're behind. So it's that need to always be consistent.
Yes.
If you're not consistent, you're late. And if you're late, you're washed. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that's not right. Like, what if you have a preference change?
well, that's what
You know
I'm
what I'm
saying.
saying?
I mean, I also love gospel too.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
Does that make you washed? If you're like on Sunday, I'd rather listen to my gospel and not be listening to Hot Nights.
Now listen, I guarantee that 90% of these young people out here would consider that washed.
So
now there is a 10%. There's probably maybe even a
does
bigger
liking
percentage.
gospel music make you washed? That's exactly what I'm saying.
You know what I'm
this
saying?
man's washed up.
Not to everybody, but the way
There's a
it
perception, right?
appears,
It's perception. You know what I'm saying?
you know,
that's what it is.
the way it appears to seem to be. But yeah,
Does you know what I'm saying? Everybody's, you know, doing the glamorous drugs, you know what I'm saying, the fashion drugs, right? Smoking gas and such. I know kids that go, no, if it ain't great, if it ain't high grade, I ain't smoke. If the smoking mids make you washed,
first of all,
the smoking Jamaican green make you washed, I need to know.
Let
you know
me
what I'm
plant
saying?
my flag and say that I am a marijuana supporter.
Yes, let's
Okay,
do
I
that.
do smoke, and ever since I did started to smoke, I was smoking green. You know what
Coming
I'm
up,
saying?
at
These young
least.
boys, like, it annoys
Nigga, we
me
call it the
because...
street bow.
Street bow.
Back
It
in the
annoys
day.
me because, listen, man, this is the shit we came up off of. You're lucky enough to live in the generation where a motherfucker in California could grow some wicked shit
Facts.
that'll knock your lid off. And
With
then,
7
you know what I'm
names
saying?
you
You
can't
live in
pronounce.
New York and we could get the shit.
It wasn't like
You
that.
know what I'm saying? Because the niggas in fucking Sheboygan ain't getting this shit.
We had
You
what?
feel me?
Chocolate.
We
and
had chocolate
haze
tie.
and
We
airy.
had, yeah, man, it was all that good shit. Not to say, listen, I love the new shit.
Yeah, that shit
I
fire.
got a pen with me right now.
Shout
I'm
outs.
medicated all the time. But it's like, yo, listen.
You gotta be grateful for the
Yeah, exactly. You gotta be grateful for the
You have to see
predecessor,
every
man.
side. You have to
think
see
I'm
every
not
side.
grateful for Rakim, bro?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You think I'm
Prodigy,
not grateful
shout
for...
out.
Shout out to Prodigy, RP to Prodigy, man.
Sean Price, shout
That
out.
shit hurt me, man. RP to Sean Price. RP to all the greats. But anyway, listen, man. It's
So that's
just,
what we about, man. I think you're gonna hear more from this. Is a little touch. We're gonna keep talking for a little bit, but I think we gotta break down the idea. It's just a word, but you can't just say, "Oh, because you don't like that, you're washed." Oh, because you're not with that, you're washed. No, I think it just
not fair.
right. That's not fair.
Exactly.
That's not fair. Go
know?
ahead.
I decided to take a different road.
Right.
Washed up? No, I just don't.
Right. And I think
Yeah, yo, you're right.
I mean, my lifestyle is not washed. I'm just.
they're right. You know, you're not washed, you're you. But wash has become such a large general term for something like, oh, you washed out, you played out. Like, all right, I feel you.
But it's
You know
like,
what I'm saying?
yeah, at the same time, you gotta find pride with that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm washed. Okay, well, listen. Now I'm working on my credit score.
If that makes me wash, well, I'm washed up.
I mean, now I'm checking my FICO score 3 times a day.
You know what I'm saying?
You feel me?
Trying to build. You know what I'm saying?
Like
I need to get property. If I'm washed up, fuck it.
It comes to a certain point when you start fucking these bitches, you start shooting these clubs up every night, then you're gonna start having kids.
Facts.
Right? You feel me? And once those kids come along, then
Now you're
bills
washed, my friend.
come along.
Who else is washed, my friend?
You know what I'm saying? Bills come along, and then reality sets in. And that's when money comes along. You know what I'm saying? If you're not already getting money, listen, if you getting money and you doing what you do, God bless. But if you not getting money like most of us, if you broke like most of us, you're going to have to start focusing on the real shit, on what's real, because you got to play the game to win.
One word, credit.
Credit. I'm going to tell yo, to all of the young people listening right now, shit, if you 12 years old, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, worry about your credit now. Don't let your parents put no fucking lights in your name.
You ain't got no,
You feel me? Worry about
You
your
have no
credit now.
dependence, no nothing.
You know?
Work on it.
That's real shit. But yeah, you know what? The other aspect of this show is being a father or a parent.
Being a good parent.
You know what I'm saying? Being a good parent at that. We're gonna talk responsible. There's a lot that comes with it. You know, we got a lot of parents out there that, listen, it's sad to say, but they slacking. You know what I'm saying? It's sad to say.
When it's all said and done, like, I think everybody just needs to bridge it together. We need to find a way to, you know, be able to converse in a, right? So I think at the end of the day, that's what we're trying to achieve. Be able to talk about all these differences and find a platform where we all mesh and connect. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to have my man Dorvan come out. We're going to have more people come here to talk about the word washed and being a dad in 2017, 2018 is.
Absolutely.
And you know what I'm saying? Just being a hip-hop cat. We're going to have people of all ages and facets. So that's what it's about, man. Wash for kids, man.
You already know. This is the first installment. We're gonna come back and record some. We're gonna record some just conversations. We might edit that, throw that up on there. But other than that, this
look out for more content, man. This is the intro. The web show's gonna start soon. There's gonna be actual video content. Yeah, man. Look out for more stuff. You already know. Please, if you're on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube. If you see us on Twitter, please follow on Twitter, Instagram. You know what it is.
Wash with kids.
Wash with kids, man. I'm Tay Dane.
Mugs, you already
R.O.T.
know.
Dorvan.
Much
Dorvan,
thanks to Mr.
thank you.
Dorvan for coming through, shedding his light. Thank you.
Peace.